Good evening. I hope you have had enough time to do the stargazing. Now a little bit of attention towards me too. We have had quite a colorful and very participative event since yesterday. I don't know if it has been enlightening enough because that depends on what you take back home from this event. But I must say with honest amazement that this has been really surprisingly well attended and well participated show. I don't know what Leena, Anirban and the team has done, but they have attracted some of the best minds in the industry to participate in this event. We have had quite a few stars. Probably this event has again proved that, stars guarantee full houses. But the happy thing is, even though we have had quite a few stars amidst us since yesterday, the glow of these stars hasn't quite tried to outshine the sparks of intellectual brilliance that's been on show since yesterday here. I believe that's so because the stars that have participated in this show have come up the hard way, have learnt it the hard way, and have realized that there is more to cinema than just stardom. They worked their hard way up to become star filmmakers rather than just superstars. I'm here to play the role of a villain today. There are a lot of superstars amidst us, and the role of the villain is usually to draw the best out of the hero. I have a challenging role to play today, but I don't want to be beaten up. The question, so you want to make a movie, is probably a question that everyone would like to answer with an emphatic yes. Yes. Who does not want to make a movie? We all would love to, but most of us would not have the resources, the skills and the knowledge to do it. Least of all me. Probably I am the least informed of filmmaking in this entire audience. So I need a lot of gyan, a lot of understanding today on the art of filmmaking and the business of filmmaking. And whom do we have amidst us to talk about this? We have, as I said, people who have come up the hard way and become icons of the industry. I take this opportunity to welcome Mr. Kamal Haasan, Mr. Ravi Chandran, Mr. Shivraj Kumar, and Mr. Ramesh. They don't need any introduction. I do, but I'm not introducing myself. So I can be safe after the show. Right. Basically, there is no structure for this event right now. There is no proper planned design for the discussion. The idea is to understand the art and business of filmmaking by understanding the past, present, and also trying to take a peek into the future. The initial idea was to make every guest on the dais to make an initial submission on a particular topic, but then Ramesh and I discussed and decided that's not the way to go. Let's keep the house open, more or less. So probably when we are talking about past, present, and future, first I think I should go to Mr. Kamal Haasan. Has cinema changed at all? I'm not trying to make you feel old, but I would like to hear from you.
Good evening. I'm old enough. I think I'm come of age. Uh, but has anything changed in cinema? There are various kinds of cinema here. But if you ask the pundits, they'll say it's changing too fast. If you ask the audience, nothing has changed. But we are trying to imitate the changes which is happening elsewhere in the world, but nothing has changed drastically. We still
Probably the fixation with love hasn't changed in Indian cinema.
no, most of the things, like even the audience have not changed because they say how many songs? Do you have fights? Where is the change now?
Only thing that is a visible change is probably the shape and the format that the cabaret has taken.
The theaters have changed.
Yeah.
It's a more comfortable environment now.
I know.
It's a great place to watch movies now. Those things have changed. But the cinema is still run by old gods who believe that there is a way to make film. And there are very few institutions teaching new cinema. If you take the number of hotels in the country and the number of catering institutes, you will understand how badly underserved the industry is as far as creating new talents are concerned. So we're not doing enough, so the cinema has not changed. We've not brought in many new filmmakers. Those who are learning those who are learning at their pace. What Mr. Ravichandran learned, Mr. Ramesh Aravind or Kamal Haasan learned, or at their own pace, slowly through film after film after film. So by the time we are called veterans, we are just about ready to make films.
Ramesh is nodding his head. But before I go further, I would like to ask the audience, should it be in English or Kanglish or Kannada or all of them know Tamil, so, but it cannot be in Tamil. Well, what do we do? Kannada? Kamalji?
I think there are a lot of other people from various states.
Okay, let's have it.
Whatever.
A mix of Kannada and English.
If there are some people who don't understand Kannada, tell us, we'll translate. I'll translate.
Great. Now, we were talking about how or if at all cinema has changed. I would like to hear from you, your journey. The days of Padinaru Vaidinile and Akali Raja, you have come to Vishwarupam. Some of the most interesting and enlightening or funny experiences that you've gone through that has made Kamal the Kamal of today.
I was just talking to my friends here now, Nagabarna, and we were becoming nostalgic about how we used to come to Bangalore to watch new Kannada movies released so that we know how the challenge is coming from here. Mr. Balchandra used to come here when Mr. Puttanakalangal's films were released. He'll be the first man. More than being a fan, he was a peer and was constantly watching for competition. So he'll come back and restlessly walk back and forth after seeing Nagaravu or any of the films. He will bang on the table and say, it's a fantastic film. And he'll be inspired by it. We came down here to watch those films. My films have been shaped by certain Kannada films. May not be the most popular Kannada films. It doesn't matter. For a creator, he'll get an idea from anywhere. Creator is a very harsh word. We're just inspired by it. I don't create anything. It's already there and we assemble it together. So, when I came, when they asked me about Tevar Magan, I just sort of gave my salute to Mr. Girish Karnad for his Kadu. The shades of Kadu is there in my Tevar Magar. This confluence could have happened 30, 40 years back when I wanted Mr. B.V. Karan to make a Tamil novel by a great novelist called T. Janagiraman called Amma Vandal. And I had nearly spent a month coming back and forth to make Mr. B.V. Karan direct a Tamil film. He wanted to stay for a month in Tanjore to understand it before he would ever direct a film. But within that month, he changed his mind. He said, I'm not going to make a film at all. So it's a tragedy. It didn't happen.
What stopped him from doing that? I mean, if
He
you could
said,
share
I
it.
want to go to Bhopal and go do what I do best. That's what he did. And that's his call. But we still continue to be friends. But this has shaped. And even before Karnataka, it was Kerala that shaped me. I'm going not by the response of the gallery or the audience, but what really happened in my life. So, Mr. Balachandar, Kerala and Karnataka have worked in confluence to make my career blossom the way it has happened.
But before I go to the other panelists, one more question for you, Kamal. The face of Kamal Haasan has changed, from the days of, I was talking about Akali Raja and Padinara Vaidinili, the romantic hero, the angry young man. Now, gradually you have evolved into what we perceive as a thinking hero. Does it sit comfortably on you?
No. That question is a loaded question. If I say yes, that means I was uncomfortable previously. No, but I always was thinking, but I didn't let my producers or my financiers know I'm a thinking man. Because then I'll be excluded. So now I dare think aloud.
You've reached a stage where you can dare to say that you think.
Yes. Now at least I can accept that I have grey matter inside my skull.
And Ravi Chandran has been the brave heart of Kannada industry. You've done a lot of experiments, and you have shown that you may not have admitted, but you have shown that you think. Have you been thinking a little too much?
ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಜಾಸ್ತಿನೇ ಆಯಿತು.
ಜಾಸ್ತಿನೇ ಕನ್ನಡ.
ಏನಂದರೆ what you have seen me for so many years was you will always note me by my Prem Loka or a lover boy image is what you will always love to see me, and you have always seen me like that. But ನನಗೆ I have lost that Ravichandran in me itself, and I am trying to become another Ravichandran where a lot of responsibilities and a lot of thinking style has changed. That is where I am finding some time enough to get into the groove. Thinking is not a difficult job, you might think, but to bring it back on the screen and to bring the feelings on the screen in a new format and to make the people understand is what I am suffering, and I am trying to go ahead, and now I am finally through it also.
Do we are we to assume that Ravichandran has always been probably ahead of his time in his thinking?
No, nobody is ahead of times here. We are always on the time. When we lose, we say we are ahead of times. That's why people didn't understand the film. Maybe we never made them understand the film, that's all. I don't say nobody is ahead of films. Any film you make, you have to make it to the audience. They have to understand the film. If you don't make them understand, we say that we have gone ahead.
Yeah.
It's all stupidity and false. Any film you make, even if you want to make whatever the film Ramesh was talking about, Gravity today, might be out of the reach, but you have to make them understand is our format. You should make them believe things, and you should make them understand. So finally the maker has made the film for the audience, and if he has made them understand his feelings and he has touched their hearts, you have reached the goal.
Okay, I need to ask you the same question that I asked Kamal, What has made Ravichandran the Ravichandran of today, From wherever you started, from Premaloka, you have had a privileged upbringing in the sense that you grew up in a cinema.
I have grown up with these people, with Kamalji, with Rajinikanth, with my father, Ishwari Productions, where I see all people coming into my office, all big stalwarts coming there and going. And somewhere these people have inspired me here and there, they've inspired me. Though I never knew that I'm going to become a director at all. It was just that I suddenly started one day that I'm going to direct a film, and I came into direction. When I came into direction, I didn't knew anything about direction. But I only knew that I was sincere enough, I was honest, my ears were good, and my art was good, and I was innocent. The day I came to know cinema, it has become difficult to make cinema now.
Yeah, innocence of the bliss. The day you become more informed about cinema, the more you start thinking about cinema, you lose your freedom.
Responsibility grows with your age, and the day I entered into cinema, I never even thought that I need a story to make a film. I thought, okay, a few good songs is enough for me to make a thing, and I always believed that I can picture as well. You give me anything, I can do it well. That was the confidence I had in. But now I think, why do you waste your technique with only things which don't tell anything? Why don't you make something with some responsibility? Give them what you want. Tell them, touch their arts directly. That is what I am going ahead now, with a lot of emotions, which every individual in a theatre can himself feel him on the screen. That's the struggle which is happening between me now.
Yeah, I'll come back to you. I think I need to go to Shivraj now. Shivraj Kumar, Kamal was saying a while ago, it made our chest swell with pride that he used to come to Karnataka to watch Kannada films, Dr. Rajkumar's films. Kamal has been a great fan of Dr. Rajkumar, if I'm not wrong. We can't talk about cinema without talking about Dr. Rajkumar, but what I want to ask you is, I'm not trying to make it controversial here, but I want to ask you, has it been difficult for you to get out of the aura of Dr. Rajkumar? Have you been burdened?
ಎಲ್ರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. First of all, I'm getting nervous now because seeing Kamal Haasan sir, I've been growing big at that time, and I've been a great fan of Kamal Haasan than my father. First of all. And I've told this to my father also, because I remember one incident where Kamal Haasan sir came to my house, and he was sitting with my father and talking. This is about when I was about 14 or 15 years, I'm saying. So they both were sitting and talking. I was just seeing Kamal Haasan sir like this. Just watching him like this, literally. And unfortunately, he saw me and he asked, "Who is this? Nan dodmaga. Yako bati magane bara." I just only once I said, "Can I hug you once?" He said, "Of course." I just hugged him. I did not take bath for 2 days. Swear. This is promise I'm saying from my heart. If I would have been a girl, I would have really flirted with him like anything. Wonderful, wonderful eyes he has got, and wonderful personality he has got. So, these are the things started for me first film. And I was not interested in acting actually. I was studying, and unfortunately I got an offer from Malayalam film and I was in the college. And I thought, when they came and asked me, I just said, "I'm Rajkumar's son, I'm not an actor." So I came home and I went to the bathroom and just saw the mirror and saw myself. Do I look like Kamal Haasan sir? Okay. Because I thought a hero should be like Kamal Haasan sir, Rajkumar, Amitabh Bachchan, like that. So I've been a fan of Kamal Haasan and Amitabh Bachchan in parallel actually. But mostly Kamal Haasan sir film, I used to see on the first day, first show. I should see. For that, I used to call up from my house to Kamal Haasan sir office saying that Rajkumar's son is speaking and we wanted tickets on the opening day, please send us. We did all this nonsense that time, and I've grown up like that. And unfortunately, even I had to come to this line. And of course, when I entered, everybody thought Rajkumar son, what he is going to do. A lot of this one pressure on me. And I went to Film Institute. And Film Institute also, I remember, he had come to Film Institute just for a day. He just came and just spoke to all the acting students. I was there one among that. And he used to show me, then I just asked one question. How do you, Kamal Haasan sir always does one thing. Whenever you get a temperament scene or a pressure scene, especially in Moonram Pirai, he runs and comes. He hits a lamp.
Lamppost,
It is so natural that we thought he's really hit. but he showed us the idea, how to do that. I still remember that.
What was the idea? If you could share it with us now.
I think Sir should show that. And it was